Tonight, our narrator is one of America's most distinguished radio reporters, Dave Briscoe.
If we are expecting a pleasant and safe and sunny finish to the story of 1944, we may be disappointed. The finish to the story of the year was exactly what the rest of the year had been like. Dangerous, deadly, and with the constant gnawing pain that accompanies winning a war. The President addressed the nation on Christmas Eve.
The tide of battle has turned, slowly but inexorably, against those who sought to destroy civilization. And so on this Christmas Day, we cannot yet say when our victory will come. Our enemies still fight fanatically. They still have reserves of men and military power. But they themselves know that they and their evil works are doomed. We pray that until then, God will protect our gallant men and women in the uniforms of the United Nations, that He will receive into His infinite grace those who make their supreme sacrifice in the cause of righteousness. We pray that with victory will come a new day of peace on earth, in which all the nations of the earth will join together for all time.
I'm sitting here in the infirmary absolutely bored to tears. Well, you won't believe whose letter I just read. Again. I know, you've told me a million times to throw that stupid letter out. Well, maybe this time I will. I mean, just listen to her. Oh, after you left, I got so lonely, and I met this great guy. A little tramp. She couldn't even wait a couple of lousy years. Oh, and the best part is this. She has the nerve to tell me how hard it is for her to write a letter like this. Oh, I'm sure it's real hard back in the States. Your nice house and your soft bed. Oh, well. I've lived through worse, I guess. Speaking of, they're letting me out of the hospital this week, so I'll be back out on the front lines with the rest of you in a few days. It's good because the time really drags on here. So, please, save a spot for me in your foxhole. Chef.
Hiroshima, 8 square miles of volcanic ash, now the target of a United States marine attack on the island's eastern beaches near the tall volcano Mount Surabaya. From Suribachi's 500-foot elevation, enemy mortars hold the entire island in range. The Navy backs up land artillery, giving cover to the 40,000 Marines fighting on shore. Slowly, the Marines push forward up Mount Suribachi. With enemy bullets inches overhead, wounded are cared for by medical corps. Iwo Jima has proven the toughest, bloodiest battle the Marines have ever fought. To win this tiny 8-square-mile area, 4,000 of them have died.
Dear Mother, it's hard to write a letter like this. There are a million and one things I want to say. I'm telling you now that I love you very much. I'm recalling now all your watchfulness, your prayers, the sacrifices you made. Sacrifice was a real thing, not just the word you used in speeches. It's a funny thing about this mission, but I don't think I'll be coming back alive. I know, I've made it this far. Call it a hunch or presentiment, whatever you want. I'm sad because I won't be with you in your later years. But I want you to know that I die as I try to live the way you taught me. Never written like this before, even though I have been through the valley of shadows many times. But this night, Mother, you're very close to me. And I long so to talk to you. I think of you and of home and of Jack. This country's asked much of our generation, but I'm happy to give her all I have because she's given so much to me. Good night, dear Mother. God love you. Your loving son, Stephen.
Mrs. Gray Miller, Route 7, Washington Estates. The Secretary of War desires me to express his deep regret that your son, Private Stephen R. Miller, was killed in action in defense of his country in Iwo Jima. No remains can be transported to the United States until after termination of hostilities.
Sitting in the shadows, nothing but the night. One last chance to write the letter I never thought I'd write. I'm writing now to tell you all the things I never told you. Never had the time to tell you, never took the time to show you. And I know that tomorrow I go to fight, and we know that tomorrow dying night, let us all go down together for all love for one. As we awake tomorrow to meet the rising sun one last time. You'll receive this letter 2 weeks after I am gone. Still the words upon these pages will forever carry